Imagine spawning in Iran. I mean, it can always be worse. You could be born in India, but yeah. Okay, problem now is that there's a war. You don't want to fight in a war, you want to leave. How can you leave? Most choose to try their luck on land into Turkey, but there is another way, maybe a better way for you to save your ass. Let's find out. This video is sponsored by absolutely nobody. Before we dive in, let's understand what we're working with. Most people don't realize Iran actually has two completely different coastlines. To the north, Iran borders the Caspian Sea. Sounds promising, right? Except it's not. It's landlocked from all sides. You can swim in it all day and you'll still end up in Russia, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan or Azerbaijan. All of those countries would likely send your ass right back to Iran where you came from. Now to the south is the Persian Gulf. This is where it gets interesting. Across the water sits United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Bahrain and Oman. Countries with airports, embassies, actual connections to the outside world. You wanna go there, obviously. So what's the closest point? Well, the closest distance between Iran's border and the United Arab Emirates is approximately 72 kilometers. That's near the Strait of Hormuz region. A bit further out and you're looking at 100 kilometers to reach the mainland United Arab Emirates coast. For reference, the English Channel, the most famous open water swim in the world, is just 33.5 kilometers. So we're talking about a crossing that is roughly 2 to 3 times the English Channel. And the channel already killed at least 10 people trying to cross it so far. Maybe more that we don't know about. Before we decide if this is possible, let's look at what trained humans have actually pulled off in open water. So the English Channel was first crossed in 1875 by Captain Matthew Webb in 21 hours and 45 minutes. Today the world record is held by German Olympian who crossed it in just under 7 hours. Over 2,500 swimmers had actually done it, and the slowest person was Sophie Etheridge. She took 29 hours to swim 33.5 kilometers. But look at this. In 2019, Sarah Thomas became the first person to swim the English Channel 4 times in a row, non-stop.
4 times? She a mermaid or something? Come on, man. That's 51 hours and 10 minutes in the water. She was like, look at her tongue, man. What the hell, man? Look at, come on. I don't know, man.
And then there's the Persian Gulf. In 2012, Iranian swimmer Mohammad Kobadi swam 1,000 kilometers along the length of the Persian Gulf in 84 days. But the thing is, he did it in stages. So he swam one day, and then he took a break, goes to a village on the coast, and swims another day, and he just swims day, and he's sleeping on the coast, right? He's not spending an entire night in water for days. And he swam also in a cage. Come on, what is this? A cage? A boat was pulling a cage to protect him from sharks and jellyfish and whatnot. So yeah, he's a fraud in my book, to be honest. Next one is Diana Nyad, who in 2013 swam 177 kilometers from Cuba to Florida. Over 52 hours, no shark cage, no stopping. She was like, nah, we're gonna do this, right? None of that protection business. No cage, no nothing. She just went in there raw, got stung up by jellyfish and all that. I don't even know if I can show you this. No, what is this? Okay. The jellyfish, but yeah. Now here's the important difference. All of these people, even Diana, had a support boat following her around just in case. They had navigators, feeding crews, a medical staff. And very important, they had weather windows pre-planned for weeks or months, so there's no storms, no big waves, no nothing. Just calm water. Danger number 1. Distance and exhaustion. Even the shortest Iran to United Arab Emirates crossing is 72 kilometers. An average trained swimmer covers about 2 to 3 kilometers per hour in open water. That means you're in the water for a minimum of 24 hours. If you swim absolutely perfectly, with no current, no deviation, no rest, the expected time would be 30 to 40 hours. That's a perfect scenario, but it's probably not gonna be perfect, It's probably gonna be longer than that. Danger number 2. heat and dehydration. Summer sea temperatures in the Persian Gulf are more than 30 degrees Celsius. The air temperatures above are even worse. The heat, exhaustion, and dehydration are common hazards even for recreational swimmers. In summer, water temperatures can hit 35 degrees Celsius. This means you can't cool off in the water. Your ass is gonna cook in there. You overheat in the water. You didn't expect that, did you? You also can't drink seawater. The Gulf is insanely salty, but like from the exhaustion, your brain can get fried. You can start going crazy in there. You can begin to hallucinate and make poor decisions. Like just imagine swimming for hours and you're thirsty and subconsciously thinking to yourself, man, I'm thirsty. I'm gonna get a sip of that water. I'm gonna get mine. Salty water. That good. No, stop. It's gonna make you more thirsty. Don't do that. Danger number 3, shipping traffic. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the most strategically important and heavily trafficked waterways on Earth. Supertankers, military vessels, cargo ships, they move through constantly. A swimmer is invisible to radar, you will not be seen. One ship alone can drown a non-elite swimmer. This is not just a little peaceful, quiet lake, you know. Danger number 4, the IRGC Navy. This is the most dangerous element probably. Iran's IRGC Navy operates thousands of fast patrol boats in the Persian Gulf. The estimated range is 3,000 to 5,000 vessels specifically tasked with marine security and anti-smuggling. They patrol aggressively, they intercept foreign military ships, and they have seized vessels from world powers. A swimmer that's alone would stand absolutely no chance if spotted. Danger 5, marine life. The Persian Gulf is home to bull sharks, tiger sharks, hammerheads, and other species. And since 1921, there have been about 27 documented shark attacks, mostly by bull sharks. While a shark attack isn't certain, a 30-hour solo night swim through these waters puts you at a significantly elevated risk compared to a guarded beach, of course. Danger 6, navigation. Without an escort vehicle, you cannot swim 72 kilometers in a straight line in open sea. And again, you can't bring an escort vehicles because it would be so much easier for IRGC boats to spot you. So the currents in the Strait of Hormuz are notorious. They've pushed military vessels off course. A swimmer would drift dozens of kilometers in the wrong direction within hours. I mean, you can carry a compass or a GPS, but just imagine when it gets dark, in the middle of the Gulf, no light source at all, so far from any coastline, all alone. What nasty animal could be swimming underneath you? Something touches you and... Nah, that's gonna spook your ass. Okay, but what would it take to make this survivable? First is distance selection. You'd want to depart from Iran's Kashim Island. It's the closest point. Second is preparation. You'd need to be an elite open water swimmer who has trained for 50 plus kilometer distances. We're talking at least 1 or 2 years of dedicated training, building up to 10 to 15 kilometer daily training swims. You need wetsuits for temperature regulation, a waterproof GPS unit, a waterproof nutrition packs, a small emergency flotation device. Third is timing. Winter is the only survivable window. Water temperatures drop to a more manageable 20 to 22 degrees from November to February. Summer is a death sentence due to extreme heat. Fourth, IRGC. There is no support boat scenario that doesn't get detected. The IRGC monitors these waters with thousands of vehicles. You would need to be invisible at night with no lights, no vessel, and swimming 72 kilometers in the dark, alone, through one of the world's most heavily patrolled waterways. It's a long shot. Honestly, if you choose to go by sea, you're probably cooked. I mean, it should be possible, but it's way too dangerous, risky, and simply not practical to spend all your time on training to become an elite swimmer and prepare everything else. The land route, specifically to Turkey, still remains what smuggling networks, journalists and refugees have confirmed is the highest probability path out of Iran. So probably just do that instead, to be honest. If this video made you think, drop a comment below. I read every single one. There's barely any of them anyway, so it's not a problem. See you in the next one.